before he became the heavyweight champion with a punch that could shake the planet, and long before he earned infamy for taking a bite out of the competition. Literally, Mike Tyson was just a kid in Brooklyn fighting to survive. Born Michael Gerard Tyson on June 30, 1966, in Fort Greene, Brooklyn, he would grow up surrounded by hardship and grit, experiences that would later fuel his fierce, larger-than-life persona in the ring. Tyson's early life was turbulent. His mother, Lorna, struggled as a single parent after Tyson's father, a cab driver named Purcell Tyson, vanished from his life. Filling the void was Jimmy Kirkpatrick, a street-savvy pool shark from North Carolina who he thought of as his father, until he too abandoned the family, leaving Tyson and his mother to navigate the unforgiving streets of Brooklyn alone. By the time Tyson was 10, the family had moved to Brownsville, one of Brooklyn's most challenging neighborhoods. He was often ridiculed for his high-pitched voice and lisp, and by 13, he had been arrested 38 times for various petty crimes. His first taste of violence came when another kid ripped the head off one of his beloved pigeons, a creature he cherished deeply. Outraged, Tyson fought back, unleashing the ferocity that would later define him. During his time at the Tryon School for Boys, a juvenile detention center, his boxing talent was discovered by Bobby Stewart, a counselor and former boxer who noticed Tyson's raw power and potential. Stewart introduced him to the legendary trainer Cus D'Amato, who immediately recognized Tyson's extraordinary potential. D'Amato became not only Tyson's trainer, but also a father figure, instilling in him the peekaboo fighting style, which paired perfectly with Tyson's intense aggression. This mentorship shaped him into a disciplined fighter, leading him to drop out of high school and pursue boxing full-time. Tragically, Tyson's mother passed away when he was just 16, leaving him in D'Amato's care. Reflecting on his mother, Tyson once said he only knew her as the struggling woman who would never see him succeed. At 20, he made history by becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing, defeating Trevor Berbick in a swift and devastating match. Tyson's ferocity made him a phenomenon. He knocked out his first 19 opponents, 12 of them in the first round. In a dazzling ascent, Tyson unified the WBA, WBC, and IBF titles, claiming his place as the undisputed heavyweight champion. Just a year later, he knocked out Michael Spinks in a shocking 91-second first-round victory, cementing his title as one of the most feared fighters in the sport. Yet Tyson's career wasn't without hardship. In 1990, he faced one of boxing's greatest upsets, losing his championship titles to Buster Douglas, an underdog whose performance shocked the world. Then in 1992, Tyson's life took a darker turn as he was convicted of rape and sentenced to 6 years in prison, ultimately serving 3 before being released on parole. Upon his release, he returned to the ring, reclaiming the WBA and WBC titles in 1996, joining the ranks of boxing greats like Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, who had managed to reclaim a lost heavyweight championship. However, Tyson's career met further controversy when he faced Evander Holyfield. In their first fight, Tyson lost the WBA title in an 11th round stoppage, but it was their infamous rematch in 1997 that made history. In a moment of uncontrollable rage, Tyson bit Holyfield's ear, resulting in his disqualification and a tarnished reputation that haunted his legacy. Despite these setbacks, he continued to fight, later challenging Lennox Lewis in 2002, but ultimately losing in a knockout. Known for his ferocious fighting style inspired by boxing legend Sonny Liston, Tyson's intimidating presence and raw power made him one of the sport's most unforgettable figures. With a staggering knockout-to-win percentage of 88%, he was ranked by The Ring magazine as one of the 100 greatest punchers and named by ESPN as the hardest hitter in heavyweight history. Sky Sports once described him as perhaps the most ferocious fighter to step into a professional ring, and he has since been honored with inductions into the International Boxing Hall of Fame and the World Boxing Hall of Fame. At his peak, Mike Tyson was a compact powerhouse, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighing a solid 218 pounds. His muscular frame and explosive fighting style struck fear into opponents worldwide. Once raking in hundreds of millions, his fortunes have seen highs and lows. Despite his legendary earnings, financial storms, including a high-profile bankruptcy in 2003, left him rebuilding. Today, his net worth stands around $10 million, a testament to both the lavish, turbulent path he walked and his resilience in bouncing back. About personal life. Mike Tyson's personal life is as legendary and complex as his time in the ring. A roller coaster of intense relationships, family trials, philanthropy, and an evolving search for faith and peace. Born in Brooklyn, New York, Tyson would grow up to become a boxing icon, a husband, and a father whose life was often punctuated by dramatic twists. He has been married 3 times and is a father to 7 children. His first marriage to actress Robin Givens in 1988 was stormy and short-lived, ending amid public allegations of abuse. They separated in early 1989, with no children together. In 1997, he married Monica Turner, a pediatric resident, and the couple had 2 children, Amir and Ramsey. Despite their 5 years together, Turner filed for divorce, citing Tyson's infidelity, and the couple separated in 2003. Tragedy struck him in 2009 when his 4-year-old daughter, Exodus, died in a home accident. 11 days later, Tyson married his 3rd and current wife, Lakia Kiki Spicer, who has since been a stabilizing influence on him. The couple has 2 children, Milan and Morocco, and Tyson's love for his family has been central in his journey toward a more peaceful life. His spiritual beliefs have evolved over the years, marked by a complex relationship with religion. Raised Catholic, he later embraced Islam and took the pilgrimage to Mecca, completing Umrah in 2010 and again in 2022 with DJ Khaled. Today, Tyson identifies as a Muslim, expressing gratitude for the peace it has brought him. In addition to his family and spiritual journey, he has dedicated himself to philanthropy. Through his Mike Tyson Cares Foundation, he works to support communities facing poverty and social injustice, emphasizing education, homelessness, and prison reform. He's also lent his influence to the Laureus Sport for Good Foundation, which uses sports to combat violence and discrimination, and the Marty Hennessy Inspiring Children Foundation, which mentors youth through sports and education. From the fame and chaos of his boxing career to the intimate struggles and growth that followed, Tyson's personal story is one of survival, reinvention, and finding purpose beyond the ring. About professional career. Mike Tyson's journey from the streets of Brooklyn to the global boxing stage is a story that resonates far beyond sports. At the young age of 12, Tyson's path was altered when he met Bobby Stewart, a counselor and former boxer who introduced him to the world of boxing. Recognizing Tyson's raw potential, Stewart referred him to legendary trainer Cus D'Amato. D'Amato saw in Tyson not only a natural ability, but a fierce, untamed power waiting to be unleashed. Taking the young boy under his wing, D'Amato provided the discipline and direction Tyson desperately needed, teaching him not just about boxing, but about control, resilience, and focus. Under D'Amato's guidance, Tyson quickly transformed into a force to be reckoned with. D'Amato's famous peekaboo style, a defensive stance that also enabled explosive power, perfectly suited Tyson's strengths. With his speed, precision, and aggression, Tyson soon became a nearly unstoppable fighter, sparking fear in his opponents. The tragic passing of Cus D'Amato when Tyson was only 19 left a profound impact on him. Still, with his mentor's teachings deeply ingrained in him, he continued to rise in the ranks. At just 20 years old, Tyson seized his first world title, defeating Trevor Berbick with a brutal knockout in the 2nd round to become the youngest heavyweight champion in history. His entrance into the world of professional boxing was now set in stone, and he was on a mission to dominate. The young champion continued to obliterate the competition. His unique fighting style, unforgiving, swift, and nearly impossible to defend against, turned his matches into spectacles. Fighters like James Bone Crusher Smith, Pinklon Thomas, and Tony Tucker fell to his unrelenting power. He faced and defeated former champions like Larry Holmes, establishing a reputation for the kind of brutal knockouts that left crowds in awe. He unified the heavyweight division, becoming the undisputed champion by 1987 after securing the WBA, WBC, and IBF titles. His unmatched power, combined with his ability to close fights early, gave him the title the baddest man on the planet. The once troubled youth from Brownsville had transformed into a larger-than-life figure, both feared and admired across the world. Tyson's victories were captivating, yet his life outside the ring was becoming increasingly turbulent. Fame and fortune came with temptations, and his inner demons resurfaced, leading to erratic behavior. By the early 1990s, Tyson's personal and professional life had started spiraling downward. In 1990, he faced one of the biggest upsets in sports history. Tyson, at the peak of his career, entered the ring in Tokyo to fight Buster Douglas, who was seen as a major underdog. But Douglas, fighting with an unexpected tenacity and the drive of a man who had nothing to lose, knocked out Tyson in the 10th round, shocking the world and ending Tyson's undefeated streak. This fight was a pivotal moment in Tyson's life and career, a harsh reminder that even the greatest can fall. Just when it seemed like Tyson might regain his balance, life threw him another devastating blow. In 1992, he was convicted of a crime that resulted in a 3-year prison sentence, further jeopardizing his career and leaving the world to wonder if they would ever see him return to the ring. Yet, remarkably, Tyson's story didn't end there. After serving his time, he made an incredible comeback in 1995. The boxing world was eager to see if he still had the power and intensity that had once made him a champion. He did not disappoint. He quickly claimed the WBA and WBC titles within a year of his return, proving that he was still a formidable force in the ring. However, his return was marred by controversy and his infamous battles with Evander Holyfield. In their first encounter, Tyson faced a tough opponent in Holyfield, a fighter with the resilience and skill to challenge his strengths. Holyfield won the first fight, but it was their rematch in 1997 that would go down in history for all the wrong reasons. Known now as the bite fight, Tyson bit Holyfield's ear twice, leading to a disqualification and further tarnishing his legacy. The incident shocked the world, and Tyson's reputation took a hit. The once invincible boxer seemed to be unraveling, and fans began to wonder if the ferocity that once made him great had now turned against him. His later years in boxing were defined by ups and downs, with high-profile matches against fighters like Lennox, who defeated him in a decisive bout in 2002. As Tyson's boxing career drew to a close, his life remained a complex narrative of victories, setbacks, and moments of introspection. Facing financial challenges, he struggled to navigate a life outside of the ring. Yet, he was not ready to fade into obscurity. Reinventing himself, Tyson found new life through acting, public appearances, and eventually through a highly acclaimed one-man show in which he recounted his life story with raw honesty and humor. His appearances in movies and television, combined with his willingness to candidly discuss his troubled past, allowed fans to see a more human side of the former champion. Today, Tyson is regarded not only as one of the greatest boxers in history, but as a figure who has shown extraordinary resilience. His journey from being the youngest heavyweight champion to facing incredible setbacks and ultimately finding redemption has captivated fans for decades. About his house and cars, Mike Tyson's lifestyle is as bold and dynamic as his legendary boxing career, reflecting a life filled with opulence, adventure, and resilience. His journey from the rough neighborhoods of Brooklyn to a refined mansion in Henderson, Nevada, symbolizes his evolution from fierce fighter to a man with a taste for luxury and beauty. Nestled in the exclusive Seven Hills area, Tyson's Mediterranean-style estate, purchased initially for $2.5 million and now valued between $3 to $4 million, spans over 10,000 square feet. This elegant mansion features 6 bedrooms, 6.5 bathrooms, stucco walls, terracotta roofs, and graceful archways, all elements that blend seamlessly to create a tranquil, luxurious retreat. The property's landscaping boasts well-manicured gardens with palms and local flora, along with a serene pool and inviting patio, perfect for relaxation and entertaining. His home is not just a symbol of his success, but a personal sanctuary that marks his journey from a challenging past to a life of refinement. Tyson's love for luxury extends to his car collection, each vehicle representing a milestone in his remarkable life. His garage houses classics like a 1987 Rolls-Royce Silver Spur with a handcrafted interior and the equally elegant 1987 Rolls-Royce Corniche, a soft-top convertible with vintage charm. His Cadillac Eldorado, with an 8.2L V8 engine, adds a touch of bold American style, while his Mercedes-Benz SL Class 560 SL, inspired by his friendship with Tupac Shakur, combines performance with sleek design. Tyson's taste for Italian supercars is clear with his Ferrari collection, which includes the 456 GT Spider, acquired after his WBC title win in 1995, and a Ferrari 360 Modena, known for its sleek design and raw power. His Lamborghini Diablo VD Roadster and Murcielago embody the same speed and ferocity that defined his fighting style, while a BMW 750iL adds a touch of comfort and sophistication to his collection. Together, Tyson's home and cars tell the story of a man who has experienced both the heights of fame and the depths of hardship. His possessions go beyond wealth, embodying his journey and resilience. Thank you for watching. Don't miss our fascinating biography of Daniel Dubois and other legendary boxers. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Stay tuned for more boxing stories.